Ike Diaz live with my co-host, Lord Help Us Tampa. It goes down. I want to thank everybody who's here and who's been here waiting. And I want to say hello to the beautiful Lord Help Us Tampa. Helen, how are you tonight?
I'm good.
You good?
Yep.
You ready to rock and roll tonight?
Ike Diaz just went live. I just got my notification.
Uh-oh, Ike Diaz went live. You better hurry up and hear him say Ike Diaz. That way you can turn it off. Everybody who listens now or listens later, we always make fun because I always say everybody just wants to hear me say Ike Diaz live, and then they turn it off. So why is that? I just went to try to invite oh, there it goes. I'm trying to invite I'm trying to send him one more link to see what happens. And it's not loading, so I guess I'll give it a second. See, that's what I said. Everything from YouTube now, it's like completely StreamYard works fine. It's fast. But everything on YouTube is slow. And I don't know if they're doing that to try to make you buy it or what they're trying to do. My opinion is I think they're trying to make you buy StreamYard. I think they're all connected already, in my opinion. I don't mind buying it because it's actually a pretty good deal. I just want to know what kind of incentives come with it as far as when you're live streaming, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get it and then it just still be the basic stuff, you know? So the only thing I know is it distributes to like a bunch of different locations for you, but I'm already distributed to a lot of locations. Let me check one thing real quick, Helen, and then I know you're checking on your end, but I'm just going to check one thing just to make sure. Just give me 1 second. Go ahead and give everybody your channel name so people could come over and say hello.
Everybody here knows my channel name.
Lord, I put it in the description this time, and you know why. I didn't put it in the title, but you know why. But hold on just 1 second.
Yeah, I'm about over YouTube anyway.
Cool, it mirrored to my TV, so that's some good news for us. I was sitting there worried that it wasn't going to mirror to my TV again, like last night. I like to make sure it mirrors to my TV. Ike Diaz live. Lord Help Us Tampa. Oh shoot. So I have there's a few topics I want to get into tonight. There's a few things that went on, and I know you've been on D Live this week. You said.
Yes.
So maybe you have some information from over there that I may not have. Of course, I don't have because I haven't had a chance to go over there this week, and I've been wanting to.
You don't watch the two channels I watch over there, anyways.
Well, I watch. What's the name? Owen Benjamin when I can, when I got the free time. I used to watch him every day when he was over here with us. And then when he switched to, I thought he was going to Vox TV, and you had to get a membership for that. Did that Vox TV ever get up and running or no?
It's unauthorized TV, and yeah.
So how's that going? How's that platform?
It goes fine for them. They're switching servers right now, so I think it's down, but because their traffic keeps going up more and more.
Yeah, how many people are they bringing in? I bet you they're still bringing in a lot of people, huh?
He's getting like 50 or 60,000.
Are you saying live?
Yeah, just on that.
Are you serious? Okay, so here's one thing I want to bring up. Okay, so you may get offended with this. I don't know if you will or not. So Trump. Okay, so we're talking about the president of the United States, right? Hey Jimmy, what's going on? How are you tonight? Lord help us, Tampa. Love your pastor. He is very Bible smart. Hello, Ike. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. I missed you this morning, but I don't think you do the mornings. We did a live stream this morning too. I guess he's listening to your pastor, Helen.
Which one?
He just said that he listens to one of your pastors. I don't know. Who is it, Jimmy? Maybe he'll tell me right. I'm all breathing all hard right now. Like usually I hear everybody else breathing and I'm the one breathing all. Because I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited about tonight. Like I'm the one breathing all. I was excited about going on tonight because it seems like it's been so long since we did an actual FE Monday. So it's FE Monday slash FE Tuesday tonight. It takes a while for mine to pop up, so you might see it faster than I do.
Yeah, I'm watching.
About as far as what he's talking about, because I don't know what pastor that he's talking about. I know I'm making noise.
Don't know that.
Okay.
I've been following so many pastors online and I can't keep up with them.
He says, don't know, have seen one video of him.
Oh, I know which one he's talking about. The one from my page. Okay.
I'm not for sure, to be honest.
He's from Apologia Studios.
And he's pretty good. He's a good pastor.
Yeah.
I know we. What was I talking about real quick before I change the subject right there? I know I mentioned something right now before I change the subject. I was getting into something, and then.
Oh, you said something about Trump or something.
Oh, Trump. Okay, so Trump. Okay, so you're telling me Owen Benjamin had 50 or 60,000 people live.
Okay. Yeah, that's when you changed the stuff. That's when you changed the subject.
No, he had 50 or 60,000 live, right? Is that what you're telling me, or was that total that he that?
No, that's how many downloads he gets a day on his unauthorized channel that people pay for.
Wow, 50 or 60,000. Okay, so here's my point that I'm making here. And so Trump does his press conferences and he does the live streams, right? You would think Trump would get 1 million people to watch him, right? Trump doesn't even get 70 or 80,000 people watching. So something that's some news to be reported right there, I think. Because
because a lot of people don't watch just him. They'll wait to see what happened on the news. They'll get the excerpts from it.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is you got other people that are going live right off the blue and they got 1 million people watching. The only reason I know this is because the same time Trump went live, one of those other goofy guys that I don't pay attention to went live at the same time. He had 1 million people watching. So, but I'm gonna scale it down here for a second. So I was watching Polis. He's our governor, right? And
Yeah.
do you know who Polis is, or is that why you're laughing?
Yeah. I've heard a thing or two about him watching Monograph.
Yeah, he is. He is what Monograph probably said exactly what he is. You know what I mean? So I don't want to. I don't get into all none of that. You know how I am. I don't. I stick to what I do. And
that dude is pure entertainment.
Yeah, Monograph or.
Yeah.
Hey Trent, what's going on, man? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, bro. I just seen he said hi to Jimmy there.
Yes, monograph is proving achievement.
So my point is that we have a local a guy in the FE community, and so the same time that Polis went live, a buddy, we'll just say a friend of ours went live in the FE community, right? And he got over 1,000 people in the FE community, and Polis got about 500 people.
People are tired of hearing about it.
Yeah, people are. You're right. People are just so sick of it that that they don't want. Even me, I'm like so like over this. Like I was over this in the beginning. You know, like you remember 3-4 months ago when we did the first video that we did, kind of making fun of it. You're not making fun of the people that are sick or have the virus. Like I said, I believe the virus is in people's system. I just don't believe in the hoax that's being pushed around the virus. So that's it. I don't want to say I don't want to say much more. Even though YouTube is saying they're letting people talk about it, but they're letting people talk about it pro. If they're talking pro about it, not pros and cons. So.
I don't really care to talk about it. It's stupid.
I know. And like you said, you don't want to give it power because, and that's what we've been doing. We've been giving this thing power that it doesn't deserve it. And my chair, I got that new leather chair. I said that lazy.
Not me. I've revised the whole YouTube experience that I used to have because I don't go to many of the channels that I used to go to.
Yeah.
Every single freaking channel is talking about that, and I can't take it. I'm done with it. I know about it. Okay, fuck. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
There you go, cussing like I did the other day, huh? I'm almost ready to take that video down because I'm so shocked with myself, and a couple of my kids were kind of upset with me because they know I don't do that. So I think that if I do take it down, it's only because of my kids. You know what I mean? Because I don't want that.
Even my mom is over this whole situation, so it's like that's saying a lot because at first she was all with it, and now that her husband hasn't been able to go to work, she's like, okay, let's stop this crap.
My sister from Washington got a hold of me yesterday or day before, and I explained to her what's going on with everything and stuff, and she was like pro all about it. And her husband's in the military. Her ex is sick with the virus in New York, so she's giving me information from a month ago, and she don't realize it. You know what I mean? She don't get that she's giving me information from a month ago that she's not.
Good. Don't tell her. Act like you're surprised and be like, "Oh, really? Oh, wow!" And just take it.
That's what I did this time. I just took it, but I did tell her. She thought I was making fun of her. I go, we got a doctor in the family now. You know what I mean? Because of my son and his wife. And she thought I was calling her a doctor. You know what I mean? Because she acted like she knew so much about this thing that's going on.
You gotta be very touchy. People are scared. They're very emotional. So
definitely, people are scared. It's nothing to be scared of. It's all fear porn that they pushed on us.
Right, but you can't tell them that. They're in the lie. If they're not open to it, if they're totally into it, you've got to slowly ease it on. You can't just throw it in their face that this is crap, right?
Yeah. So I didn't respond the second time around because I could have brought so much information because I brought up Andrew Kaufman, and she goes, well, he sells beer mugs and t-shirts online. I'm like, are you serious? She don't really know about Dr. Fauci on the March 26th to 2020. Let's get off of that. Let's get off of
Yes,
it.
please, yes, please. I don't want to go over the whole
I know. Let's get
story.
off of it.
Oh my goodness.
We got Jimmy here though, but he did put up some comments. I better start putting some. Don't know how much longer I could deal with the social distance. I know I'm so tired of that stuff already, and not being afraid. He's totally correct on that. Like you can't be afraid of this thing. You can't be afraid of this thing at all
I don't know.
because
Maybe because it didn't affect my part of the city. I don't know if it affected like the ritzy part of the city, but it didn't affect my part of the city. Everything stayed open and nobody social distanced and barely any like nobody outside wears the mask. There was
yeah.
there were some people at Walmart wearing masks, but mostly older people.
Yeah, I think that mask stuff, and I guess from my understanding, Colorado is the next state to go to mandatory mask, and I'm like, I'm not wearing a mask nowhere. If I get kicked out of somewhere, that's fine, and I'm only gonna go to I'm
I
only
already,
gonna go to
I already,
business.
I already told you how to get around it, and now everybody else. Remember, I told you that days ago.
Yeah. You did say.
In the last few days, I've heard like 3 different other channels say that too.
Explain that for us real quick since we're on FE Monday. Explain that for us real quick.
I can't wear a mask because of my condition.
Yes.
They can't ask me my condition. That's a violation of HIPAA and a violation of ADA.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm going to use the same thing. I'm going to say, hey, people should, especially if people have breathing conditions, are they're asthmatic or they have allergies like I do, or they have other lung functioning problems. They shouldn't be wearing those masks in the first place because they carry bacteria. The CDC already said if you are using those masks to change them every couple hours because of all the bacteria and germs that they have in them. And people wear those masks for days, weeks at a time without changing. I'm like, that's sick. That's sickening. So I don't know. I know we keep saying we're gonna get off of it, but I'm gonna go into something real quick that kind of has something to do with it, but kind of don't. And it's really upsetting because at the beginning of I have 2 people that are in this predicament right now, and I'm trying to help them the best I could. I have 2 people I'm helping. One, I mentioned it this morning. One, I took her to the food bank to help her because she lost her job. She has 3 kids, and she has no money, and I don't have a lot of money to help out. You know what I mean? And she's waiting on this stimulus check. She's not sure if she's gonna get it. And then I have another friend who's on SSDI or something. I'm not for sure which one it is, but her check is not came, and she owes back pay child support. But from my understanding, I know, Jimmy, you might as well wear an old pair of dirty underwear over your head. That's right. That your old pair of dirty underwear is probably cleaner than these masks that these people are passing around the germs. So I have a friend that she's on SSDI or SS. I don't know which one it is. So I don't quote me on that part of it. But she does owe back pay child support. But according to the information that she found, they're not going to take her $1,200 stimulus check because she's on disability or something like that. So hopefully she gets it because she's in a hurting spot right now too. And the other thing that's getting to me is that from the beginning, they said they were going to help out the lower income people on SSDI or SSI or SSA. And they totally reversed that and sent it to the middle class first, and they're working their way back. Excuse me, my allergies, guys. Everybody knows. What's your opinion on that, Sister Helen? And then Jimmy, what's your opinion? You're here, Susan. What's your opinion? You're here in the chat too. How do you feel about that? Should they have gave it to the middle class first, or should they have started with the lower class?
I can't say what they should have done. I know what they did do, and like, is anybody really that surprised? They bailed out the banks first. Haven't we been through this before?
Yeah, definitely.
So people are so dependent on the beast.
The B system, right? Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, that's what the beast is.
Yeah, I know everybody says the B system, the B system.
That's what the beast is. It's the system. The system is the beast.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So everybody's dependent on the beast. They gotta
You know, you know what I filled out for? I filled out for the PPP loan. I filled out for a loan because I'm actually not going to qualify for the stimulus. So I filled out for the business loan, and we talked about it a long time ago. Nothing's for free, but if you do bring in your employees back, it's a forgivable loan according to the information that's being provided. You know what I mean? So Jimmy, I'm reading Jimmy's comment. He says you're right about the B system. Then,
yeah, because everybody's sitting back just waiting on the government to save them.
yeah. But some of us are not in that position, Helen, and you know that.
And so that's feeding the beast. I know,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You guys need to take this time while you're waiting on that money to figure out what's going on in your life and how much
No,
you.
I'm talking about some of us don't have that option. Like look at me yesterday. That was 16 hours.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You're getting out and you're doing what you need to do because you're not sitting around and waiting on the government to come and save you, correct?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But
Yeah,
everybody else.
that's what I just said. Everybody needs to stop and realize
Yeah.
what's going on in their life and stop waiting on the government to come save them. They need to rearrange their priorities because something's
Yeah.
off.
The reason I'm defending these women is because they have children and they can't afford to get a babysitter to babysit the children. These women could probably go work, but they can't afford, as much as babysitters cost nowadays. They can barely buy food. I had to go get them food the other day. You know what I mean? And I'm not that rich of a guy, but I cannot see kids without something in their fridge. I just can't see it.
Yeah, and that's a manly thing to do. That's what the community's supposed to do.
Yeah, and it's not like they're just friends of mine. I'm not in no relationship or nothing with. They're just friends.
Either way.
But I understand how you phrase that as far as being a man and trying to help. You know what I mean?
Right. Take care of those that are in need.
I used to when I used to do the jam, I used to do it all night, and people would call me in the middle of the night because I would. What's
even,
that?
Even Jimmy's saying that single moms are affected the most by this, and they are and that's what makes that a good thing that you're doing because that's one less single mom that's being affected by this.
Yeah, it's not like I'm doing a lot, but I'm trying. I'm doing okay now. I just read his comments. See, that's what I don't like about this. That the comments come up so late. Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, single moms are. I'm just. And it's not just single dads that are called deadbeat dads. Some of the moms are called that, and they're not. They work hard. You know what I mean? I know dads that work really hard, and I know moms that work really hard, and they're still called deadbeat dads. And it really makes me feel bad because I got 8 children, and I've done everything I can for my kids. You know what I mean? Like if people were to know me in person that listen to me, and they know what I did in my life to take care of my kids, I think that the respect would be I'm not asking for respect. I'm just saying the respect for what I've done would be a lot higher. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And I'm not asking for respect, but like I said, in those situations, I think that they should have already sent it out to these people who need these, who need these. You know what I mean? And And in the beginning, I was sad. I talked to you the first day. I was kind of in tears when the Mexicans let me go. I know you remember, because they let me go before, but this was like they shut everything down. They let everybody go. And so I knew they were going to call me back in a couple of weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this time it was like everybody shut down. They took all the equipment up. They stored everything. And I barely started getting the call back just recently, and yeah, me and you had great times when I was off because we could stay on the phone till 4 a.m. You know what I mean, and just talk about life and everything and that's going on. And then they finally started calling back, and I wasn't able to do that anymore, because I enjoyed our talks, till 4 a.m. sometimes,
Yeah.
And we talked about scripture. We talked about tons of stuff it meant a lot to me, but now I'm glad that I'm able to do this again because we don't know what's coming and I mentioned this before. Hold on just a second. Ike Diaz live. Lord help us, Tampa. It's so hot. I'm wearing a wet towel over my head, and I don't have a t-shirt on. That's another reason why I didn't want to. Hello, who just joined in? Make sure you write in the comment. I just saw somebody else just joined in. That's awesome. Thank you guys. Thank everybody for being here. We light up, and yeah, we only get the same people talking, but we get some people in here. Half of them, not half of them, but at least 4 or 5 are us. But the rest of them is pretty cool that we got some more. You know what I'm saying? Lord help us, Tampa.
Yeah.
The reason I say 4 or 5 of them are us because I got 2 devices running. I don't know how many you got.
I only have one.
Oh, okay. So there's 3 just on us. So it's pretty cool. I had to explain to Dirt Red Gaming this morning because he said I got 8 dislikes. There was 8. I didn't see 8 dislikes on there, but I said there's somebody going around that's in the in this community that's giving out dislikes to people. And
what community?
in the FE community, the truth community, whatever we want to call it anymore. You know what I mean?
You call it a community.
There's so many different names now. I just call it the community.
Community.
Yeah. I know where you came from, so that's why I know why you're laughing a little bit. But you're still all about FE. So don't give me that bull.
Yeah, I know the globe's a lie. I figured it out.
I figured it out. It's cognitive dissonance. It's complete cognitive dissonance. I did put on my Facebook. Did you read my Facebook? I was like the globe versus the flat model to see if we can get some people in there. And just hit my. I'm gonna have to wash my hands. To see if we can get some people over that wanted to say anything in the chat, but I doubt it. I doubt that they'll even say. They're probably here listening, but I doubt that they'll even say anything. You know what I mean? Like, now you can't find. Okay, whatever that is. What I'm saying is they're here listening. Probably, obviously, we know they're here listening, but they're not going to say anything like as far as a debate goes or something. They're just not going to do it. I already know. So it's like I just let them alone. Somebody put a comment on that. I was gonna share my. Oh, that's what it was. I put up. What is it like to be in the Mandela effect? I said I don't know. Just ask me. And the only one that responded to was Carl. On that one, what the heck? They changed this all around, so it's like I don't even know how to search on here no more. I did read they were going to change this around. I'm trying to get to my personal page, and I can't get to my personal page to see if anybody put any comments on there. So Lord help us, Tampa. Right now, I know you say that Tampa really hasn't changed. Is there anything like the governor or anybody else, the mayor of Tampa, is trying to implement that is not part of the system that's already being regulated?
They don't want no riots.
What's that?
They don't want no riots.
It gets rowdy down there, huh?
Yeah.
I was listening to Sister Michelle's podcast today, and she did What the F today. She does a podcast called What the F, and she basically said, it's a real virus. She's a nurse, and she said, yes, it's a real virus. They're seeing real people, but she says it's a complete hoax. It's a complete government hoax. You know what I'm saying? And that was the first time I had ever heard her say that this was something that the government's doing to us. You know what I mean? Because even in that conversation that you were in on the KBLP LLC links, she didn't say that. Or do you remember her saying anything even close to that?
No, all I remember is people posting links on there.
I know there was a conversation that me, you, and her were in, and she was like, "Stay out of the hospitals. They don't want you there." And because that's when I had filmed at my hospital when I took my friend to the hospital and I filmed it for 4 hours, and nobody showed up for it. So it was pretty crazy. So real quick, excuse me. That's why I wanted to get on Facebook. Let me see if I could. Let me remember how to screen share real quick. So guys, who's ever here still, a cousin of mine, two of them actually, posted they'll tell us anything. NASA will tell us anything. We already know this. But it's the reason that I want to bring this up is because, yeah, but I don't know how to type in the names now. Okay, so let me see I'll have to figure this out right now. But so we know that they're going to tell us anything. And so they're telling us that 8.8 million or billion, um, 8.8, let's just say 8.8 million, did it come up? Yeah, it came up. 8.8 million. Is Jimmy still here? Did he just put a comment too? They think that we are brainwashed. Ike, the earth is flat. I know that. I'll comment on that here in a second, Jimmy, because I mentioned that a lot. I actually mentioned that quite a bit. I'm gonna get back to that in just a second, but I just want to show something really quick that was posted by one of my cousins. Okay, well, yeah, there it is, right there, popped up. Okay, so 8.8 billion habitable Earth-size planets exist in the Milky Way alone. Breaking news email gets breaking news alert and special reports and news. NBCnews.com. Okay, so we know that. Okay, first off, it's a cartoon that we're looking at. I'm gonna go ahead and click on this link, and then I'll go back to any of the comments because he completely believes in all this stuff, and he told me as soon as Elon Musk has his ships ready to go to Mars to colonate, he says that he's buying me a ticket to ride. And you know how I feel about that. I'm not going to no D camp. I call it the D camps. And right off the bat, it says this artist rendition provided by NASA shows Kepler 69c. Right off the bat, do you see that? This artist rendition, Earth-sized planet is a habitable zone of a star-like our sun, located about 2,700 light years from the Earth in the constellation Cygnus. I probably destroyed that. Astronomers using NASA data calculate that in our galaxy alone, there are at least 8.8 billion Earth-sized planets, and they are too hot. They are not too hot, not too cold, and circle stars that are just like our sun, according to the study published Monday. So my point on this, the only reason I'm bringing this up, Helen, is because, and I want you to let me know how you feel about this. And if I miss anybody's comments, guys, I really can't see the comments, so please try to repost it. I know it's not a lot of people commenting, but I still miss the comments because the screen is very weird.
Nobody's commented.
Okay, I thought Jimmy was commenting. I thought I saw another comment from Jimmy, but I'm gonna get back to his comment here in a second as soon as I get done with this. The point I'm trying to make here is 2 months ago, and we talked about this on the live stream briefly. We brought it up that planet Earth is no longer in the Milky Way. So, what is the point of them telling us that there's all these other planets in the Milky Way now? Why do they continue with these? It's for the next generation.
There is no Milky Way.
Yeah.
So what does it matter?
Go ahead. I know everything's comedic to you tonight, but go ahead, because I know where you're coming from. I know where you're coming from, but tonight we have other people listening that are like, it's first time that they heard this, that are hearing this, because I worded the advertising different. So okay. we have other people that are not like us, to where we can laugh about this stuff. You know what I mean? To them, it's serious. You know.
I'm sorry. I've risen to another level, so
I know we are,
but I get where you're coming from. I'm just apologizing. I get where you're coming from. Okay.
I know. I want to laugh too, Helen. I want to laugh so bad at this. Like, you don't even know, Helen. I want to sit here and just, like, if me and you were just talking alone, and we would be cracking up so much about this whole situation.
Okay, I'll play along. Go ahead.
Okay, so explain to me what you think about this whole situation. That's what I was waiting. You said you were gonna go ahead and tell me something.
There's how many planets?
There's according to NASA, the data that they have.
I know according to NASA. Go ahead.
8.8 billion Earth-like planets
in the Milky Way. And the Earth isn't in the Milky Way anymore?
According to 2 months ago, the information that was released, the Earth is no longer in the Milky Way.
Okay, now that doesn't seem to make sense. Is anything else in the Milky Way, or have we left the Milky Way?
Well, I guess everything that was in the Milky Way is no longer it's moved out of the Milky Way. I could research that again and see what information I can find out, but as of right now, there's nothing in the we're not in the Milky Way, so I can imagine the moon's not in the Milky Way, the sun's not in the Milky Way, because we know those are local.
Right. That's what was throwing me off. And there's that many other planets, and they just discovered them. They haven't discovered them the whole time it's been a system.
I don't even know how many planets they say there are anymore.
There used to be 9, and then Pluto came in and out, so I don't know what happened to that, right?
Yeah. Because okay, so Jimmy did post. They do that to keep the live fresh. Once you become a flat earther, it's so easy to see right through their lies. Yeah, I know. That's why me and Helen were sitting here. I know she's laughing, and in my inside, I'm laughing too. But I'm trying to keep it serious as much as possible. So my bad, Helen. Oh, what'd I do? Oh. Okay, so what were you just saying? I'm sorry, Helen. I kind of lost track right there.
No, I thought there was 9 planets, but then Pluto, Like when it was a planet when I was in school, and then it wasn't a planet when I was like young adult.
Just like Nibiru, when we did the Nibiru one the other day. Um, when I remember being in school and them saying that it was Planet X, it was a planet when I was in school, but they were like unsure
No,
if it was
I'm talking about Pluto, the one that was right before that.
yeah, I know which one. I know which one. The reason they said Pluto's not a planet anymore is because there is a there's moons bigger than Pluto in their vicinity, in Pluto's vicinity. So that's why they're saying that it's not a planet no more. So
See,
so
people need to understand that it's a storybook.
yeah.
And the more you pay attention to it and the more you feed it, the more it's going to give you story after story after story, because you're stuck in the delusion. You're stuck in the imagination of it all.
Yeah.
You become attached to it because you're exposed to it as a child, and if you just stop feeding it and have an open mind and look into it.
So shout out to Angel Cruz who brought this to my attention. When he's one of my cousins, and there's another cousin that brought it to my attention also. But Angel Cannabis on Facebook. And like I said, he said that he was going to. Oh, that's why I was trying. I'm not sharing this part. I was trying to share the. Let me see. Oh yeah. Here's another comment from Jimmy. See, I'm missing these ones from Jimmy because I'm over on that other page. Hey, Ike, have you seen those lights lately in the sky? Someone told me that they are called Starlink, something Elon Musk built. That's what I think they are, Starlink.
Yeah, that's I was gonna mention that to you if you thought that
Yeah,
light you saw that night was Starlink.
yeah. I remember because Helen wanted me to go out and film, and when I got out there, it was too late or too early, and then I just came in and went to bed, so I didn't get a chance to do the filming because I was gonna film with my P900 camera and see how much I can get, but. Um,
I wanted you to film the moon. You were telling me that you were going to go and film the
I think I
light.
went to sleep or something. I think if I remember correctly, I think I fell asleep or something. How like
And then when you went back out, you're like, it's gone.
that was the whole totally different thing. Remember, I told you that I saw something in the sky, and then I was sitting here trying to fix my SD card, and when I got back out there, it was gone. But
Right.
I really did see something out there. I don't know what it was. It could be part of that Starlink, guys, and it would have been really great to get some video of that because I think that would have.
I heard that they've been launching them up there lately. Like a lot of them. They just let off like 30 of them or something.
Yeah, I don't want to get too far into 5G because we know it's coming somehow or another.
You
But
can't say that on YouTube.
oh shit! But I think it's something to do with it. You know what I mean? He said he counted 49 in a row.
Right.
Let me go to his comment. I wanted to show everybody the what you call it. I was trying to share it. Let me see. Let me go to his comment real quick so I don't forget because this is a really interesting comment that he put up.
Yeah, you ain't been on YouTube in a while. You can't say those two.
Yeah, for the last 2 weeks I haven't been able to get on YouTube because of what I've been doing. You know what I mean? I'm just grateful that I got the opportunity to get back going with it. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though you can't say
Oh, so here it is right here. So Jimmy posted this for us right here. He says, they think we are brainwashed. Ike, the earliest. Okay, so Jimmy is completely right, and I've been saying this for a long time. I think we're all under some kind of brainwashing, and it's up to us to break free of it. We're all under some kind of MK Ultra, and that's why the Withdrawal Wednesdays. I know me and Helen, we're gonna do a recap of Withdrawal Wednesdays. We did like about a couple months each of it, and I thought it was pretty awesome. You know what I mean? I want to go back into it, I'm just trying to figure out how everything is going. But as far as the MK Ultra and the brainwashing, if you just walk down the street, you could see everybody under this delusion, under this spell, and you can't break them free because even if you try to talk to them, it's like talking to a brick wall, guys. And I don't like using cliches. Everybody knows that, but it really is like talking to a brick wall because they don't understand anything that you're trying to tell them. They don't understand anything that you're trying to explain to them. That's like I said with my sister from Washington. She really thought she was spitting some information and not even realize that her information was a month old. And and then to throw that at me that Andrew Kaufman sells coffee cups and t-shirts, all of them do that. Everybody's trying to make a buck right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to make a dollar, and it's
Do you really think he's doing all this research, or out there with just a narrative telling a lie that just so he can sell coffee mugs and t-shirts?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And to her though, the Dr. Fauci is gold. His words are gold. But he said the same exact thing March 26th, and I saved it to my hard drive. So when they try to cover up their lies in the New England Journal of Medicine, March 26, 2020, he said that it was a flu and it was a 0.1% chance of expiring. I didn't want to say that other word. Oh, let me try to share that real quick for everybody. Excuse me, guys. So it's just a real quick article. I'll leave it up just for a second. That way, if anybody would like to see it, you could pause it later or go back and look at it. It's a real quick article that your guys at NASA. So shout out to Angel Cannabis. I don't know why it's not working like it used to. I don't think it's going to work, actually. Let me see. No, it's not working like it used to. Well, maybe if I just hold it for a second. No, it's not. It's not coming up. Well, there's an article on this, so if you get to it, click the link so that you guys can check out what the article says. And it's not very important, especially to us who already know. We know what's going on here. But I really am interested in those lights that are in the sky, and I'm going to be trying to film it as much as possible. Since I have the camera to do so, I'm going to be trying to film whatever I can out of it because I heard it's going on all over the place.
Yeah, this a guest that was on one of the shows that I watched. He's in Sedona, Arizona, and he said he can see him really clear because their sky is like real clear out there. They can see the sky really well. And
I can imagine most parts of Arizona, you could see a lot of the sky that's going on out there,
No.
Hey, Roland the Voice. Great to see you, man. It's been such a long time. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Driving home and listening, that's cool. I haven't seen Roland the Voice forever. You still got your ranch too, bro. He still got his ranch. It's been a long time. He's been posting up some videos. Have you seen a lot of his videos that he's been posting?
I haven't been on there.
Oh, no, you haven't seen? I'm waiting for his. It still hasn't popped up on my computer. I just looked at my phone. That's how come I saw his message. But shout out to Roland the Voice. He changed his YouTube name.
No, he's always been there.
No, he used to be something. Hey, Ronan, what was your name before that? Ronan the Voice. I know it was something similar, but I think he said it was something different. Let's see if I wish my computer. It's still not popped up yet. I'm still looking at my computer waiting for it to pop up. Okay, there it goes.
Frequency.
Frequency. Hi Ike, or hey Ike. How do they make them fly? Is it weather balloons or some sort? I say they're they are the weather balloons. They're the massive ones that they make for those. What do they call?
No, they gotta be something electronic. They can't. There's no way.
No, because I've been out to the mountains before, and I've seen these big old balloons out there that are carrying that take pictures and stuff. I have been because I'm here in Colorado, and if you drive out to the mountains, you could see these things. So,
and I doubt that I mean,
I'm not saying that's Starlink. I'm saying that I've seen the technology that they're trying to say are satellites is what I meant to say. Okay. So we got mixed up right there. The Starlinks, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be completely. I don't know what it is. Ronan, my buddy Ronan, the voice is in the house. Shout out to Ronan. It's been like about 30 podcasts. I know we're on weird hours, so it's been hard to catch. I know it's hard to catch me. Yeah. I've been watching a lot. I've been watching some of your videos, man. You've been putting up some good stuff, man. So I'll make sure I'll keep coming by to check it out. I'm finally getting your alerts. I wasn't getting your alerts for a long time, and I think that's what the problem was. That's why I didn't get to catch a lot of your videos. But now that you're posting and I'm getting your alerts, it's a lot easier to get by your channel. But there's no space. There is no space at all. Nothing. There's no space. So those Starlinks, how do we explain them real quick? Let me look up real quick. I haven't really like in the last month they've become really popular, but I really haven't did a lot of research into them. I know they've been around for a long time. I just haven't looked into them, and I should because a lot of people are talking about them right now. Like this whole thing tonight, I wanted to talk more about this, back into the FE movement stuff. Then, let me see. I just pulled it up real quick. Okay, so here's what it says right here. It says Starlink is a satellite constellation being constructed by SpaceX to provide satellite internet access. The constellation will consist of thousands of mass-produced small satellites in low Earth orbit, LEO, low Earth orbit, working in combination with ground transceivers. Oh, I said constellations. Why would it? Did I say that right? Constellations?
Yeah.
Is that the way it's supposed to go? No, it sounds like it comes out weird though. So, and they're showing it looks like CGI. They're showing like these lights straight across the sky.
Right, they're up there.
That's cool, Ronan. Thank you, man. It's great to have you back, bro. It's really good to have you back. I've been seeing like a lot of people that were here from a long time ago have been popping in and out, so it's pretty nice to see everybody, And everybody knows each other from everybody's channel. You know what I mean? Everybody, we run into everybody everywhere. Like if people don't know somebody, you know them because you've seen them everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, everybody is ran into them. So that Starlink, there's not even a really good picture that I could share of it, but there's really not a good picture, guys. But I will do some more investigation into it because Elon Musk, a lot of his stuff is not as real as they proclaim it to be, but it's interesting because it's a lot to talk about. So, and I know the first thing people bring up is the fake car in space with the fake with the fake with the fake doll in it or whatever. I know that's like the first thing people bring up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like what are we supposed to do? You know what I mean? They're gonna put this fake stuff in front of our face regardless of what we do. Ike Diaz live with my co-host tonight, Lord help us, Tampa. Make sure you check us out. Make sure you go subscribe to her channel. Her channel's growing fast, guys. It's really cool to watch her channel grow. I've been watching it grow for the last 4 or 5 months, and you got a lot of subscribers organically over the last 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, I was hanging out for a little bit before this whole thing hit the fan.
Yeah, before this hit, you were getting like 20, 30 subscribers a day, huh?
Yeah, I got a new subscriber on D-Live today.
Oh, that's cool. It's crazy. Her subscribers have been going up. My subscribers have been going down. I don't know what the deal is, but it's okay. As long as I got good people that stop by and hang out and enjoy what we talk about, you know what I mean? I'm happy with all that, because we get a lot of good support. A lot of people care about what we're trying to accomplish here. You know what I mean? Like, we have a lot in store. And like I said, my goal is to get back to FE Monday the way it's supposed to be. If we could bring experiments to the table, like we have plans. I'm going to be, once this is figured out, hopefully it is, it could be an end all, but I don't want to push fear porn. But as soon as I can get to Tampa, me and Sister Helen have plans along with a couple other people to do some experiments. And then I have plans in Miami to do some experiments. So I'm going to be in both places doing experiments, and I already got the plane tickets. The problem was I couldn't use them over this. What do you want to call it? Pandemic?
Situation.
Yeah, this whole situation that's going on. So, but we will. And I talked about it before. All these experiments have been done before, so I don't know if we're gonna actually post the actual experiments. I think we'll post more of the finished product and us hanging out together. I think is the main important thing. But we're gonna do the experiments completely. That way we can sit down and have us a little round table since we'll all be together and talk about how we feel about them. How do you feel about that, Helen?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah, I'm still hoping you're looking into some beaches that are easy for access for all of us.
I have no idea. Nothing that would be close enough for me to go to.
No, how far away from the beach are you?
There's beaches all over the place. I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes from the one beach, and then about an hour away from the other beach, and 2 hours and 3 hours.
I'm really glad we went on tonight because like last night I was really tired, but I still did it. But tonight I really felt good about tonight, and I'm glad we're doing it because I think we're having a good live stream.
Yeah.
I know we're laughing a little bit about some of the stuff that's being mentioned, but of course we're gonna laugh a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I apologize. I'm just so over it all. It's like, okay, I get it.
I know. I'm feeling the same way. We all are. So this is kind of.
Everything else was starting to like wear down on me a little bit. Like I was starting to hear the same things over and over again. And then this whole situation happened, and it was like, oh my. Shut up, everybody shut up.
I know that it's getting to feel like that, and everybody knows everything about it. You know what I mean? Like it seems like everybody's a know-it-all when it comes to this situation, and
right. everybody's exposing this and exposing that, and it's like, no, you didn't expose this. I've seen this like 8 times already on 8 different channels. It's like, oh my goodness, everybody stop, just stop, stop, stop. They're feeding the beast.
Yeah. That's what we started out with, feeding the beast. You know what I mean? That was what our
That's what they're doing.
that's what our whole conversation was at the start of it, was feeding the beast.
I know.
And it's, I'm glad that, like, I wish more people were on this level to where they could speak up and talk more. Like, I have people that want to do live streams and they just won't do it. You know what I mean? They won't come on live. They won't go on
Oh
live with
goodness.
us.
I'm gonna have to come on my computer because my phone's about to die.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Oh, oh, you'll just have to log back out and then log back in like you did last time, or what?
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I don't know if it is shutting down or not.
I might have to take just a real quick breather to go to the bathroom real quick. So, how long you got before it dies out? Because I'm gonna use the bathroom just real quick because we have like a couple more topics before we get out of here. You want to just take over just for a second while I use the bathroom? Is that cool? You got enough time?
Yeah.
All right. Ike Diaz live. Lord help us, Tampa. We're getting it in. Shout out to Ronan the Voice, Barajas Brothers TV and Podcast. Danny, Jimmy's in the house with us. I know Gina's here. Um, Susan, hopefully you're still here with us. Shout out to everybody. You guys are all amazing. Everybody who sticks around and enjoys the conversation that we're getting into. Hopefully, if you have any if you have any things you want to talk about it, write it in the comments and let's get going on it. Let's get to talking about it, guys. I'm just happy to be back with FE Monday because it's literally been like a month since we did FE Monday, but we did two, but they were like on a Friday and a Sunday. So basically, we were off for like a month. So I'm really excited to be back today with FE Monday. So hold on just a second, guys. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Ideas live. Lord help us, Tampa. It goes down. Ike Diaz live. Lord help us, Tampa. I'm back. Sorry about that. I think I gotta send the link to. Is that what she was saying? Send the link. Sorry about that, guys. I ended up getting me a drink and. Okay, you popped out. You need the link again? Is that what you're saying? I thought I said that. I thought I saw that somewhere. Let me jump. Let me send it real quick to you. Look at me huffing and puffing. Hold on, guys. For some reason, it's taking longer than it normally does. So I'm sending her the link right now. So she should be back with us in just a second, guys. And like I said, if you're here and you got some things you want to talk about, just write them in the comments and let's talk about them. Let's get them out in the open. I'm trying to stay away from Virus 33. Everybody knows why. We're just kind of fed up with it and kind of tired. And it's kind of time to move on. Okay, Helen, it's sent to you. So hopefully you got it. Hey, Looking Glass, thanks for stopping back by. Kira, are you still mad at me? You're here. Thank you for coming back by. Kira was mad at me earlier, guys. She got upset with me. When I go to her job all the time, I'm like, "Hey, my flat Earth friend," in front of everybody. I do it all loud. Where is my, did it go? Excuse me, guys, my allergies. Here, I'll try to send it again to you. Helena, are you there? Could you hear me? Or try to send it one more time, because I know you said you might be just switching to your computer still. Ike Diaz live. Lord help us, Tampa. Shout out to Looking Glass. Shout out to Kira Herrera. Shout out to Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy's taking off. Hey, have a good night, Jimmy. Or good morning. Shout out to Ronan the Voice. Hello, Gina. I know don't want to get you mad at me too. If I missed you right now, make sure you write in the chat so I can make sure to say hello to you. Because I'm not, in case I miss anybody, guys. Aha, you're back. Lord help us, Tampa is back in the house right now.
It took a minute. I don't know why I couldn't find the email.
Every time I blow my nose for my allergy, could you hear me blow my nose or not?
No.
No? Yeah, I put it on mute when I blow my nose because my allergies are kicking up. Like it is.
But then you always come back and tell us about it.
I know it is kind of hot. It's kind of, that's why I have this. That's why I don't have a t-shirt on. I have a towel, like a cold towel, because it is kind of hot out here. And usually I run my air conditioning all summer, but I don't remember how it was last year with the live streams. I didn't run my air conditioning last summer that much for some oddball reason. Your picture didn't come up with your. Is that because you're on the computer or what?
I guess so.
Yeah. So I just had a couple more things I wanted to talk about before we get out of here. Because I was trying to keep this around an hour and a half. You know, I try not to go over an hour and a half, but you know, me and you will stay on for 4 hours, especially if other people join in and they have more questions for us. We were kind of talking about the end game to all this. Where do you see the direction of this in the future?
I don't know.
You know, you don't have to just like say one thing. You can combine things to this. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be just a a kind of like a one format kind of deal. You know, you can
I'm hoping that the end game to this is everybody sees how addicted to the system that they are and backs off and starts doing things for themselves to get some independence from it.
I think yeah.
Start being Americans again.
I believe you completely. I believe
Stop being little socialist cucks.
Yeah, you know, I believe in the barter system. So what you're saying is completely right. I think people should work and be able to barter. But that's my opinion, guys. Don't let that get out of don't don't do quotations on there or memes on that. But I do think that people should work and be able to barter what they work for or barter their work. You know, and I do that already. You know.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I'm not telling anybody to go out and work 80 hours a week and overdo it. I'm just telling everybody to
back in the day, I remember my granddaddy working 40 hours a week, but they still were able to do like other things. They weren't so dependent on the system, so they were able to save up money because my grandma was able to make clothes and she did all the cooking, and you know, it was southern like cheap stuff. He went hunting for deer, so there was always meat. He used to fish.
Yeah, they lived in a different era where
that's what I'm saying. It's time to take it back, y'all. But that was America. That was a free land.
Man, that's it'd be so nice to live like that. Like that's like this property I got. That's kind of how I want my property to end up, you know. But
that's why I hang out over in Owen Benjamin's stream, because he's been pushing this for the last 3 years to start doing this because he saw it,
right?
Yeah, because he saw it coming, but a lot of people are breaking out of the system.
And it's time. It's time. Like the way, like I can understand if like where you had a couple guys like me or women like you who believe in the non-traditional narrative that's being pushed by the media. But when you have people from all walks of life, all education levels, and you have them and we all pretty much believe the same thing, something is wrong with the system. The system is broken. It's not us. You know, in the 70s, 80s, 90s, they would be considered conspiratorial guys or conspiratorial women. But now it's opened up to where it's not. It's a reversal. It's a complete 180. Like, because all this stuff is coming to light now, you know, all the stuff that was hidden in the dark is coming to light. And I think that's what they fear.
This whole situation that they just tried to pull really, a lot of people came around. A lot of people, they're like, oh, no.
A lot of people didn't. And I have family members, like I mentioned already, that just are so soaked up in this that it's saddening. You know what I mean? I talk about my kids a lot and how proud I am of them being in the FE community. But when one of them bites into this pandemic, it is really hard for me as a father to adjust to it. So I am having a hard time. Like, I think it was easy for me to understand that this was kind of a setup because I'm in the FE in the community. I know you're going to be like community and start laughing, but it was kind of easy.
There's a lot of great people in these groups, but I would not call it a community because not everybody gets along and people attack other people. So I don't look at it as a community anymore because I see how everybody acts towards one another. Not everybody, but how some people do this and some people do that. So like I don't consider it a community. There are great people. Like the people we have in the chat are awesome people. I've chatted with them in other people's groups, and I've watched a lot of their channels. And but there's a lot of people that just, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, a lot of people are completely off center in this whole situation.
I'm not gonna name any names, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we have some people that came around and did some weird stuff, and our names were kind of not drugged through the mud, but they kind of threw our name.
Yeah, see, I wasn't even talking about that, but yeah, exactly.
And we're just out here. We're not trying to hurt anybody or trying. We're trying to spread a message the best way we can, and we're trying to we want to get along and with everybody we can, because we whatever movement it is or whatever belief.
It's not worth fighting over it. That's a waste of time. That's a waste of energy. I'm here to learn and move on and learn more and move on and
That's what this whole thing is about, is learning. We have to learn.
Yeah, see different people's perspectives on different things and do my research and make my decision. And that.
Let me tell you about something. I've been telling my cousin this over and over to try to get it into his thick skull. Whenever somebody came around and when I was when I was 100%, 110% in the music business, whenever an artist came around and said they're the best artists ever, they're nobody's as tight as them, right then I knew their career was over, because I knew they weren't going to want to learn, and they weren't going to they weren't going to work hard. So I wouldn't work with them guys. The only people I would work with is people who were grateful to be in the music business, and people who wanted to learn how to be in the music business and how to act in the music business. And that's the people I stuck with, you know what I mean? And I put out a lot of artists, and I helped a lot of artists get off the ground, and go in the right direction. A lot of artists, I saw a guy tonight that I worked with for 10 years, and he's doing really good. He's throwing really big concerts, and he's doing a great job. He was younger when he started with me, and when he started with me, I was at a point in my career where it was either make it or break it. So I would lose a lot of times because I was out there just trying new things, where he got to sit back and he got to watch the things that didn't work and the things that did work. But he was really grateful to be around and work hard, And I respect him a lot. And I seen him on live tonight, and I watched his live, and he got some really big concert coming up. So it's pretty exciting. I'm no longer a part of none of that stuff, but it's exciting to see people do that. It's Drea's channel. Hey, good to see you. I was by your page the other day, actually. I stopped by your page a couple times. I don't know if you got my messages. I just stopped by, said hello. But you got a pretty cool channel. I was over there checking it out. It's pretty unique. That's what you're doing over there. So I can't remember right now. I think she does a makeup vlog or something like that. But what she was talking about that day was pretty interesting when I was listening. But so that's my point on that. And as far as I do. Oh, that's cool. I'll stop by your page more often too, like just to to support. We're all out here trying to support each other. The show. To help each other's channels grow. I'm not a grow channel, but I still go to other channels to help them grow, and try to send people over to their channel. So go ahead and drop your link in the description. It's Drea's channel. And Ronan, make sure you drop your link in the description so people can go by you and check you out, because I know you got some great live streams that people would want to check out. And I'd like to get you on as a guest too whenever you're ready, Ronan. You know what I mean? I think it'd be a great time to have you on a FE Monday with me and Sister Helen. I think it'd be a good time. But I'm going to get back to it. In my opinion, here is that I know we're trying to stay away from virus 33, but I got to cap it off just a little bit before. Um, okay, so they started with this. I don't think they knew how far it was going to go, and they conformed everybody. For the most part, half of America conformed to it and sat in their house,
At first.
and it's embarrassing to see Americans bow down to this situation. In
No,
my opinion,
like I was saying, they bowed down at first. After the first 2 weeks, they were over it.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
watched, I've watched the whole wave go. That's why I'm saying it didn't affect that. It didn't mess with Tampa because everybody was like, "Oh no, this ain't happening."
But to bow down to it in the first place is what's getting me upset. You know what I mean? They should have never bowed down to it in the first place.
And
So
that was another thing that when they came out with the whole lockdown order, the governor came out with the lockdown order. Our sheriff came out and said no, he's not going to enforce any lockdown on Tampa.
yeah,
So,
yesterday they
and
implemented.
that's someone that everybody can reach. Like if you have a sheriff, find out what you know what I'm saying. What the sheriff's actually going to do if he's actually going to enforce these unconstitutional laws.
Yeah,
I mean, if you have a Democrat sheriff, then I'm sorry, but
yeah. Here's the
if
other
you
thing
have
is
somebody,
that
if you have somebody that plays on the red team, then they
yeah,
normally have some sense because that's his people, and that's low enough level to where he's still on the people side. He's not up in the politician level yet.
yeah. I don't subscribe to any of that no more. I'm never gonna vote again. I know it sounds horrible to most people when they hear that, but
I'm saying if anybody owns a business or if anybody knows anybody that owns a business and they've got a sheriff that plays on the red team in their county, then they can always reach out to their sheriff and anybody that they know that owns a business and say, "Hey, I'm going to open my business up. Are you guys really going to enforce this crap?"
yeah. I mean, I'm basically out of business right now because of all this that's going on, so I really can't say anything anymore because I don't have nothing now, like I have to restart from scratch with everything that I'm doing, like that's why I filed for that loan and they ran out of money the second day. Both times they put that loan up, they ran out of money, so um I don't know about that. I'll have to really look into it and see what happens from there, because I've been looking. They're supposed to send me an email. I haven't got nothing, and I'm not going to worry about it though. I'm just going to keep moving forward. But that money will get me running again and get me up and going. If not, then I'll have to keep working for the Mexican guys, which I don't mind. But I'd like to have my own company, have my own company rolling, so I don't have to work for anybody and have to check in for nothing. You know what I mean? Because that's the way I've always been. I've always tried to run my own businesses and always did the best I can. I'm gonna put it's Dre's channel. Make sure you go down and support her. Leave a comment, hit the like button for her, show some support like we always do, you know what I mean? So I'll put that up just for a second. Steve's here. What's up, Steve? What's going on, Steve? Um, so back to what I was saying real quick, was that, in my opinion, I know I want to stay away from virus 33, but the force
But
the force vaccines are coming. Okay, so that's why I said
no, they're not. Nobody's going to hold you down and stab you with a needle.
um, the
Tell them no.
the reason I call it forced vaccines is because people are going to be lining up to get those.
Okay, so that's not force.
Yeah, yeah, but it's mentally forced. That's what people are not understanding. That it's
No.
it's mentally forced into their brain. Like they think that they need to get it. That's why I said it's forced because it's
Yeah,
it's part of the programming.
they're submitting, so let them submit if they want to submit. But if you don't want it, then you don't have to get it.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to barge into our house and hold us down and stab us with a needle.
So my other comment on that
I'm
is that
so tired of the fear porn. I'm sorry.
yeah, I did push a little fear porn there, but
No, not you. I'm talking about all the other channels, and I'm sure that's where it's coming from. But no. And I've been thinking about the whole end time thing too, because I was listening to Crow earlier, and um, it's not us tying what's going on to the Bible. They're using the Bible as a playbook. Is his theory, and that makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
Like the whole 666 crap. The,
Um,
the Bible is the most read book in the world,
oh
and
shoot, wrong person.
they're using it as a playbook.
I thought I was texting.
I'm sorry.
I thought I was texting Rick Swain, and I was texting my cousin because he was like, "I'm in," and I thought Rick Swain was like waiting to get in, but it was my cousin.
No, you text me.
I text you right now. Oh my bad. Okay, I thought I was texting my cousin. That's cool. I'm glad it went to you and not my cousin because
Oh, I can't wait to watch this. Can we watch this on the channel?
what is it? What is it?
Anchor Bear put out Sip and Chirp by Little Pants.
Stop it at every 30 seconds. Go ahead. You could
Oh,
run.
never mind. It's the hour version. It's just a loop of the last song you did. Okay, I thought he put out a new one.
Oh, okay. Put the link in the description so everybody can watch it. Though I'll put it up on the screen.
Let me find it in.
Oh, so I sent you. I was like, it's going pretty good.
I'll find the original one.
So brother Rick Swain was supposed to be on with us tonight, and he may still come on for a few minutes, but I don't know. But we're on. We're doing FE Monday / FE Tuesday with Ike Diaz live and Lord Help Us Tampa. It goes down, the place to be. This is where you want to be every other Monday. I apologize for the last month because we kind of did 2 off days, and but they were pretty good live streams. We did a couple off days, and then of course we were off the other Mondays, but I really didn't realize that it was a month that we were off. Like,
Hold on. You might have an echo for a second. Okay.
we had that RR guy come in, and he was saying that he was saying Rick Swain got a voice like I don't know what he was saying, but he was giving them some props, I think. So I just gave it to Rick Swain. I didn't jump in on that one. I just let it go. I think he was saying like a radio voice or something, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. So let's get to wrapping this up because I know we've been on for an hour and a half already, and we've had some nice, cool people stop by. A lot of people came by tonight. Um, what do you have for us as we get out of here? To either ideas on preparation. Hey, thank you, It's Dre's channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming by. And like I said, I will be by your channel. Oh, okay. I thought you just I'm over here talking. As far as preparation right now and being prepared, we talk about being preppers all the time and how we want to lead our life as far as being a prepper and being ready and being secure with what we have going on. What's your take and your opinion on that as we go into the future here? I mean, I'm not trying to forecast anything or predict anything. I'm trying to see where everybody is as far as the mindset of how we think everything's going to lay out for us. Is it going to be the same? Are we going to go back to normal, or are things going to change? Or
Like I told you before, I hope we reversed way, way, way far.
Yeah,
We need to reverse about 80 years or so.
that would really be nice. Well, I watch all these cowboy shows, and I sit there and imagine how nice it would be to live like that in these cowboy shows,
Yeah.
because they it seemed like they had such a wonderful life. Like they didn't have no worries. They, from my understanding, they didn't live long, but it's everything that you're saying though. Like everything that you're mentioning, they that's the way they
Maybe,
basically live.
maybe not even that far, but maybe about like 40 years ago. Because, like, when I was growing up, everything was normal.
Yeah,
Like I said, my dad, well, not I told you about my granddad doing it, but my dad did the same thing. He hunted and he fished, and
and they just had a really good life.
yeah.
I remember going with my grandpa and my grandma, and we would go fishing, and it was just the greatest time. And we would eat it. It was freshwater trout, and we would eat it, and it used to taste so good. You can't go get freshwater trout no more. It doesn't taste good at all. I mean, out here in Colorado, I don't know what it's like where you're at, but out here, you that's the only kind of fish that I'll eat is freshwater. But you can't. It's so polluted that you can't find nothing out here. Let me tell you. When I was a kid, this seems like a long time ago. But when I was a kid, there's a lake out here called Sloan's Lake. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but what was I looking for? They they actually had Hey Beth, what's going on? Thanks for being here. It just popped up barely. I wonder how long she's been here. Um, they had goldfish, like not goldfish. What's the big ones called?
Koi.
Koi. They had goldfish around the bridge that used to be in the bridge area, and they were there for years. And then all of a sudden, that lake got so polluted. I don't think anything even lives in that lake anymore. That's how polluted the lake is. But they did drain the lake, and I guess try to re-clean it or something. But as far as everything else goes, it's the lake is not recommendations for. Uh, Years ago, I still saw people ski boarding or whatever it's called. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so. On the little flatboard.
Nah, they were like on skis doing it,
Oh, okay.
and as dirty as that lake was, I don't think that was a bright idea. So what I'm trying to get at is that when we were kids, yeah, the fishing was great, and it's nice to live off that. But nowadays, you really can't do any of that. You know what I mean? And I watched that video that brother Rick Swain sent, and it was farmers, and they were talking about the government is making them put down animals.
Okay, now, okay, that whole narrative that they're pushing,
Yeah,
everybody's pushing. Oh, they're killing all the animals. Okay, before those animals are even alive, they're sold. And with all the restaurants and all the schools closed, think of how much meat is being wasted and how much produce is being wasted because everything's closed down.
yeah. So, but here's the point. Like I made from the beginning, there's people out there with no food right now because people are not working. And see, that's what's starting to worry me is because you have 30 million people without jobs right now, and that could go up even higher. What are these people going to do? You know what I mean? How are they going to start reacting to all this? That's what scares me. The virus has never scared me. If I get sick, I get sick, and I'll get better. Like you always call me patient zero. And
You were
but
sick first.
I know November 14th for my birthday, I was sick as they come.
I had a
Um,
I had a fever the like 3 days after my stove got put in because I ate crap food for 10 days because I didn't have a stove or an oven, and I ended up running a fever, and it was, oh goodness, I forgot how horrible it was to break a fever naturally, but I managed I managed to make it through those 3 days because it kept coming and going throughout the day. I'd get like four a day.
so you think it's because of the crap food that gave you the fever?
The toxins that were going through my body, because normally I eat pretty well, and I was just eating crap because I had to microwave everything, and I had to eat stuff that could be microwaved, so it just
Wow. So yeah, I try to
I
stay away from the
I
microwave
I
as much as
I,
possible.
I ate fast food, and I don't normally eat fast food,
Hey,
so
hey Reggie, thanks for stopping by, man. I got your message about uploading some more videos to your channel. Um, we'll work on that, man. There's still some other videos that we'll talk about that, man. Give me a call tomorrow, and we'll talk more about it. We had to get that Barajas channel up and running, so my cousin's working on it as best as he can right now. So we're trying to do what we can, but we will get together on getting some more videos over to your page, man. But I thank you very much, and we'll talk soon about that. But as far as the crap food, it's really interesting to me because um, sometimes I'm on the go, and that's all we got is to pick up some fast food real quick, and maybe that's okay. So where I'm getting at, where I'm steering towards here is the gyms have been closed for 2 months, so I haven't been able to go to the gym. And we used to talk till 4 or 5 in the morning, and I'll be like, I'm headed to the gym now. I'll talk to you later. Um,
hey, but you can work out at home.
yeah, yeah, but it's not the workout that I get at the gym because, um,
Okay, so you're addicted to the beast.
no, no, listen, because they have a pool, they have a hot tub, they have a sauna, and
Oh,
I,
spoiled, spoiled,
I
spoiled.
know I am spoiled because that's where I get a lot of my cardio from is jumping in the pool because I'll spend an hour in the swimming pool and I get a lot of my cardio from there.
Right, but that's what I'm talking about. Everybody's addicted to the beast. Everybody's spoiled. Everybody's comfortable. Everybody wants this. So,
If I had a night, like if we were just saying, if we had a nice clean lake, shoot, I
uh,
would go swimming in the lake.
this is to make everybody submit to the social distancing and the being cited if you're not following the rules because you want those things. You need those things.
Yeah, the weird thing is though, yesterday, Polis, I know you want to laugh when I say his name. He said that masks are mandatory now to go into businesses.
I'm
That is against human rights. You know what I
I'm
mean?
the six.
So, like you said earlier, I'm gonna go with your thing. I can't use it because of my
Condition.
my allergies, my conditions. Yeah,
Yeah, you don't even have to tell them allergies because that's the whole point is you have a condition and you don't have to tell them that condition because that would violate HIPAA and that would violate ADA.
yeah. So yeah, I'm glad you got me up to date on that because um
And then I've been hearing all the other channels come out with it, and I was like, thank God everybody caught up to that.
yeah. I mean, you always come with some really good information like right off the
Yeah,
bat. Like you,
yeah, I don't blab it out though. I tell you.
yeah, yeah. And then I go blab it out. I go every time you tell me something, I go blab it. My sister Helen told me though, so it's legit information.
I just think about things because there's a loophole to everything. You can spin everything back around at them. So the whole mask thing, and my condition is I'm not ignorant to what's going on. So no, I'm not wearing your stupid little mask.
I know I'm not gonna walk around looking like an idiot with those.
I'm not even taking offense to it. I'm laughing at it because it's like the mask or the new IQ test, and it's like, no, I'm not down there.
And it says the only from the beginning they said only wear that thing if you have the virus.
I'm not playing their silly little game. I'm not.
Don't.
I'll play that silly little game to the point where I can take everything that they try to do and just say, no, I can't because of this.
Yeah. My cousin jumped back in. He said hi to you. That goofball.
Hello. I'm going to my keyboard like I can't talk on this thing. You got me laughing.
No, this is a good live stream. I was pumped up for tonight. I was like, you heard me before we went on. I was like, yeah, I'm ready. The only thing that brought me down a little is because all of us talked this morning, kind of like you were in the comments, but Rick was like, I'll be on with you guys. You said you're good with everything, and then but it still turned out awesome. I think it turned out great.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot out, and we steered away from virus 33 as much as possible. The only thing that we haven't done yet is I wanted to get into a little bit of scripture. So if you can, before we go, could you give us, because I turned it, like I told you, I turned to you on that. Like I know. At first, you used to think I used to try to debate or argue with you, and I was just trying to learn from you, and I think that you took it differently. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't.
Because like when I talk, it's like it sounds like I'm debating or arguing, but I'm really not. You know what I mean?
No, if you start arguing with me, I'm gonna tell you to stop arguing with
me. Oh, there we go. Ronan's gonna take off on us. We're about to go anyway, Ronan. We're gonna get out of here, but I didn't know your congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to my buddy Ronan, the voice.
Rock on. Keep crushing.
Yeah, man. If you see it pop up, let me stop in, or else when I see you, I'm gonna definitely stop in, and I know I'll see you over at a bunch of the other guys we support. So, man, great to see you tonight, man. It was a great time having you here, man. I had an awesome time, man, to see you again because, like I said, it's been a while, and I know we see each other in other chats, but I haven't seen you in my chat. But I will be by your channel too, man. So it's cool. So, we're gonna wrap this up a little bit. That's why when we bring on a guest, I like to have Helen on because she could steer us over a little bit into more scripture side of it all, because she is really good at what she studies, and I do appreciate the work and time that she puts into it. I wish I could understand it and do it a little better, and I think that I'll get better. And I keep saying that it's not that I don't understand it. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't understand it. Maybe I do got to get a little bit better. You know what I mean? At my understanding, maybe I do need to. I gotta get my head focused in the right direction for me to understand what I'm reading, and I have to. Pray on it, like everybody says. You got to pray on it before you even study it, and I understand that now. That I have to pray on it more to understand what I'm getting into. Like I said, I'm still in Revelations. I'm gonna be there for a long time. I don't expect to come out of there for months, maybe a year. I don't know, because I'm doing it word by word almost. Yeah. But yeah, if you got something for us, I'm not asking for a prayer. If you'd like to do a prayer, that'd be awesome. But I'm asking for like something that could lead us into happiness, or lead us into something that will make us feel better as we go on. Because a lot of us, even me, like I'm getting overwhelmed, Sister Helen, and I've explained to you some of the reasons I'm overwhelmed, but I know there's people in worse positions than me right now.
Um, Hold on, I'm looking.
That was cool to have Ronan here, huh? Jeez, I haven't seen him forever. Well, I seen him a couple weeks ago in another live stream, but he hasn't been here to our live stream for a while, so it's cool to have him. And then Jimmy always he's pretty solid. He's been coming to every live stream.
Okay, let's see, where am I at?
In the summertime, I'm gonna have to just use the avatar because I got to do these live streams with no t-shirt because I be sweating. I'm over here sweating.
Okay, how about this one? This one's a little bit. Proverbs 16:16. How much better to get wisdom than gold, to get insight rather than silver. And then 17 is the highway of the upright avoids evil, and those who guard their ways preserve their lives. So think about that, like you wanting to go to the pool and stuff. How much better is it to like learn how to do something, like learn how to exercise at home rather than having to go and swim in the pool? And then it's saying just to avoid the evil, because if you guard your ways and refuse what they're trying to feed you, then you preserve your life.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good. See, you're looking at when you first read it right now. Will you read it one more time? Because I took it differently. I didn't take it as like the gym thing,
That's right, but I was just using that as a
like a reference point, like sort
right,
of.
right.
Well, could you
Something
do it? Could you just do it one more? Could
That's
you
the
do?
beautiful thing of the Bible is anybody can read it and everybody will get different messages because those messages are meant for you.
Yeah, yeah. That's what.
Or,
Like
or
I
for
took
you
it
or for
differently.
you to teach or for you to teach somebody else.
Yeah. Read it to me one more time, and then I'll tell you what message I think I got out of it.
How much better to get wisdom than gold, to get insight rather than silver. The highway of the upright avoids evil, and those who guard their ways preserve their lives.
Okay, so what I understand exactly what you're saying that with the pool thing and everything, but what I got out of it was that um, it's either get the wisdom or to take the riches.
Right, that too.
And that's kind of the way you kind of presented it to me. Like do you want the knowledge or do you want the riches? And it's kind of like the old story that like Jesus. I don't know if it's Jesus, but you could you can catch fish for a man for a night and feed him like a king, or you could teach him how to fish and he'll eat forever like a king or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that was Jesus, but that
No,
Jesus said, um, I'll teach you how to fish for men.
fish for men. I
That's
can't.
like
I got tired. I kind of don't remember what that's about. To be honest with
that,
you.
that's like teaching them how to preach the word
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, definitely. I know what you're saying. Like to
so
to,
they can
to go
help
out.
bring, so they can help bring people to God.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But that's an old saying. Feed teach a man or feed a man with a fish or teach him how to fish and you'll feed him for a lifetime. The whole
Yeah, so it's kind of similar to what I was saying. Just it wasn't by Jesus, right? Is what you're trying to?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought the saying was from Jesus or along the same area. I think it kind of still comes from him, but just somebody rephrased it down the line somewhere is what eventually happened. So I think that it's not me to say this, but I think that you know how Mike was doing the scripture reading every like Sunday or something. I don't know. I think you should get into it because I think you're pretty good at it. But this is my opinion. Don't get mad at me about it. I just think that you're really good at it.
Yeah, I think I'd be good at it because I just pulled that right out of something I had highlighted because I'll highlight random verses throughout the day that when I'm watching something or I'm listening to something and I hear a certain verse, I'll turn to it, and if it's something that I relate to,
I mean, look, you got me as far as when you do scripture. You know, I'm like sucked into it. Like, and I'm not saying sucked into it badly. I'm saying I'm into it. Like, I feed off the words you're saying. You know, so um, if I am, I know tons of other people that will listen to you. You know,
yeah,
so I'm just saying that that might be something to look into down the line. I'm not saying right now, but
crap,
some
a whole lot of people came through here. We got 105 likes.
really. See, that's the thing. Every time we go on, we get all these likes, and then after it's over, then all our likes disappear.
We get traffic. We like the highway.
Avant sister Avante Wingate is here. What's going on, sister Avante Wingate? You're up late tonight. She's up late. I never seen her up this late. I just seen her post right now because I just looked at my phone to see what you were saying. I'm not my phone. I have to reset my phone. My phone's not up to that. It's only like
We got 106.
man. Oh, you just wake up. You just woke up, sister Avante Wingate.
12 dislikes.
All
A
dislikes.
lot of people. It's 118 people have been through.
Jeez, that's funny.
Unless somebody's got a whole bunch of stock accounts that just keep coming in over and over again.
I know, just like that's what I told what's the name today that guy has like you know we think it's the guy that's
We take the 10 that are in here with their 9 stock accounts each.
yeah.
we
Well
all
we
we
got up
all
to
feel like it.
17 people. Did you see that? There
Yeah.
there was like 17 people at I don't know for like a second it went up to 17 then I went to 15 but we stood steady around 12 to 14. We stood steady.
Yeah, somebody's coming in on stock accounts. They gotta be because now we're up to 108.
What the heck? Wow, Avante, sister Avante just came in, so she might have hit the like button too for us. But I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
We're on the air. I don't know how
Right.
that works when we're on the air.
It's jumped up 3 since I started talking about it. Oh,
I
it just jumped up another one. I told you somebody's.
I think you know how I feel. I think it's all fake, but there's nothing I could do about it. You know what I mean? I think the numbers from YouTube are all fake.
Am I doing it with my mind? No, I'm
I know. I just say it's fake because there's no way these numbers just don't add up. They just don't. And I've looked at other people's accounts too, and the numbers just don't add up at all. You know
110.
what's that?
110.
I mean, we're on the phone together. How are we on the live stream? That's craziness that does that. I don't know. I wish I could figure it out, but I don't. And how many dislikes is there? I'm losing my voice now. It's time to go.
12. The dislikes were from earlier.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they've been there a while. They were up there. They were up there before the likes started going up.
That's the ones I think that maybe from the guy you're talking about. I can't remember what the guy's name is, but I think that's.
I wasn't talking about no guy. Don't drag me into that crap. I never said name to nobody.
Oh no! A guy we were talking about. I didn't say anybody's name. Avante said hi to you. Avante.
I know. I said hi to her already.
Oh, did you? Okay, I didn't even see that.
Keep that right.
I didn't see that. But we did. In all honesty, though, we did get a lot of people come through tonight, man. I'm pretty shocked. Like we get people coming through, but like, uh,
Oh, we got 111. Do 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 do.
I know it's all fake. It's whatever YouTube wants. I think you know what I mean. Like that's my opinion, though. That's my opinion. Like, but my opinion sometimes is good, sometimes it's not. I don't know. But I'm pretty tired, Sister Ellen. Like right now, okay, it's showing that we have 14 people watching. What does it say on your end? And this
13.
is on StreamYard.
13.
Okay, so look at we're off by one apiece. You know what I mean? So it's all fake. It's all. I wish they would give us real numbers. You know what I mean? I wish they would just give us the correct numbers, like what it really is. Now mine says 13. You said 13. Now it went to 13. See, I'll tell you after we're done too how many.
Oh, we got 113.
I know. She's.
Illuminati confirmed.
I know. Luminous confirmed. There you go with that. First, I'm patient zero, and then I'm a Luminous confirmed. Avante Wingate, are you sending out notifications? Because I have not got a notification for you for a while, or have you not done new videos? Because I haven't been by your channel because I haven't got a notification. So um, I'll go by to make. Well, I'll go by to make sure maybe YouTube unsubscribe me because just like we're talking about the numbers right now, um, that they're unsubscribing people too, so that might be the case. But here's the other thing, Helen. You know, when we get done, they're gonna take away half of our likes anyway. You know what I mean? So that's why I say it's not real to me. You know. Do you think that the numbers over on Twitch are more consistent?
On D Live?
Or do you
On Twitch too. I watch a couple Twitch streams.
And do you think they're more consistent? Is what I meant.
Oh yeah.
Because on here they're not consistent at all. They're not.
I like D Live. I've been over there all day.
Yeah.
I've dipped into YouTube a couple times and was like, yeah. I was watching D Live before we started this.
Yeah. Do you think that when you first came to YouTube, do you think that the numbers were more realistic, or do you think they've always been like this?
When I first came to YouTube, Alex Jones was still on, so everything was out there. You could find all the information. Now you got to go like 3 pages in to start seeing something that you're looking for.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like the numbers. Do you think the numbers?
No, the numbers are all out of whack anymore because you'll like sign on to somebody's page, watch the video, it'll say no views, and then you go to the comments and there's like 50 comments.
Yeah, see, Sister Avante is saying the same things that she gets a bunch of likes and then her likes are all taken away, and that's what happens to us all the time. We'll get a bunch of likes and then they'll be taken away.
I don't even let it affect me. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's why. Before I used to be like, what's going on now? I'm like, well, they're gonna do it anyway, so there's nothing I can do about it. I know we got the support because I put it in the radio station platform. So I know people come over just to give us the support, and then they leave. They don't stay and listen to us, but I'm just glad they come over and say, I wish they would also, if they all said hello, we'd really be rocking and rolling. But
we're rocking and rolling anyway.
Yeah, we're doing great. It's doing great. We're doing awesome. I'm like, for us not going on for a month, we're still doing because I notice when you don't go on, when somebody doesn't go on for a while, they don't get as much numbers as they normally would get. But with us, we still pull it together pretty good.
Yeah.
We still put it together, but
the only way I've been trying to wake people up is I just tell them, like, if you didn't have your TV and it wasn't telling you anything, would you be doing any of this? Or would you be living your life like normal?
Very true. I think everybody would be living their life like normal.
Turn the TV off. If it's all over YouTube, get out of those channels. You don't have to watch them. Live your life.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to do it is to.
That's what I've been doing the whole time. I've just ignored it. Like I was playing a little game that one night when way at the beginning, remember like months ago when I was going to the grocery store and I was wearing the mask and I sent you the picture?
Yeah, I remember that.
Because it was just starting. It wasn't like to this extreme. So I was just playing around because I was laughing the whole time I was in Walmart. And
Oh,
like once it got serious, I was like, no, I'm not playing your game. I'm going about my business as I always do.
yeah, and it's all conformity. That's what they want everybody to conform, and that's what everybody's doing. Everybody's just bending over backwards and conforming to whatever they say. Sister Avante Wingate is saying that on her birthday, I think I went by her page for her birthday. She got a bunch of likes, and then after it was over, all her likes were gone. So I know what happened there is because it's happened to me. Is a bunch of people come by, they put likes on there, and then YouTube just takes them all away if they don't stay. See, here's the thing: if somebody doesn't stay for 30 seconds or a minute, they take the like away, and that's why we lose half of the likes because I posted in the radio station platform, and then people come over, they put a like, and they really think they're supporting us, and they're there for 10 seconds, and then the like disappears. You know what I mean?
You got to think about it too, though. The likes don't mean anything anymore. So, like, you doing it is just a tracking system
Yeah,
for them to know which videos that you're watching and which videos you like and which videos you don't like.
yeah, definitely,
I
definitely.
mean, not necessarily for a bad thing, but so they know what to feed you and they know which way to steer you, or the AI does anyway.
Yeah. I wanna give a real quick shout out because I'm probably not gonna be on the air today. But happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody. If you celebrate Cinco de Mayo, have a great time today. Be responsible. Make sure you drink a lot of Corona. You might have the Corona hangover the next day, but it's okay. Drink a lot of Modelo, Dos Equis, Tecate. Go for it, guys. If you're in Colorado and if you drink all night, I will pick you up early in the morning and take you. That's what I was mentioning to Helen because I do the jam, and at night I'm like, if you guys are coming from the bar, I will. I used to pick people up just to make sure they got. If I knew them, I'd pick them up to make sure they didn't drink and drive. So tonight, if you guys are out partying and having fun, if you do need a ride home and you're in Colorado, I will pick you up if I know you personally. And I'm not charging nobody no money. I just do it because I want to make sure people get home safe and sound. And I've been doing that for years. You can go back on my live streams from 10 years ago and you can hear me say that. So it's pretty amazing. Let's wrap this up, Sister Helen. I want to thank you for everything. Um, it's been awesome. So I guess we'll be back in 2 weeks with hopefully a lot of things have changed and we could go on with FE Monday to where we're talking completely about FE Monday and we're not worried about anything else. You know what I mean? So um, we can't predict things, but we can hope that that's the case. You know. And hopefully, hey, in 2 weeks I might have, I might be in Tampa, so we might be doing a live stream in Tampa if things change as far as the travel situation goes. With these buddy passes, I might be down in Tampa. And I always ask a Sister Avante Wingate because I think she is in Tampa with you, right?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I think she is. But you have anything you want to wrap us up with before we go?
Don't feed the beast.
Don't feed the beast, Sister Helen said.
Turn the soap opera off.
Lord help us, Tampa. Follow Barajas TV and podcast so you don't feed their beast. At least you can support us.
Yeah, I watched the little video earlier. I have no comment.
It's I just gotta do things to get my mind off of everything. I really do. It's not even like. But here's one thing
You got some weird stuff going on in your head. You need to pray about that.
I know I do pray about it. Here's one thing about RFB. He always says that he never wanted to be a movie star. He never wanted to be a talk show host, a news reporter. Everybody who does this has that in them somewhere. They wanted to be a rapper. They wanted to be an actor. They wanted to do something. Everybody who does this, it's somewhere deep down they wanted that. So I don't. RFB is not telling us the honest truth when he says that. Yeah, I support him, but on that's the only thing that I could say that I don't believe him on. Because
I haven't been able to watch him lately because who is he telling to wake up and what is the plan? Like you keep saying, oh, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. Well, okay, so what's the solution?
I know, definitely.
And who are you yelling at to wake up? I'm awake. I got it. I figured it out. I know what's going on. It's okay. Calm them down.
I know. We're all awake. We got it. He's telling us to step up and try to do something about it,
But he doesn't say what to do.
It's all he says is prayer, and he's right. We have to pray.
Right, but you can't pray this away. You've got to do something at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't just sit on your, you know what, and wait on Jesus, because this isn't the end of the world. They're using the Bible as a playbook. We're applying what they're doing to the Bible, and it's making everybody freak out. And it's nothing to freak out about. They're using the Bible as a playbook.
Yeah, you're definitely right on, because there's
too many coincidences, and there has been for too many years.
And they know it better than we know it, than we'll ever know it. You know what I mean?
Right.
They were born into studying it from the day they were born. It's not like us who jumped in and out of it. They were studying it every day along with their other Bibles that they read.
Right. So they've got all these things going on to freak everybody out, and the people that do read the Bible are applying what's going on in the world to the Bible, like it's the prophecy coming true, and it's not. They're just being tricked into sitting at home and praying and waiting on Jesus.
Yeah, I know you don't believe in those kind of things, but let me ask you real quick before we go. How do you feel about Nostradamus?
I never really looked into it. I know he predicted the end of the world, and it never happened.
Yeah. The only reason, when I lived in California, I read the Nostradamus books, and he did predict the Twin Tower. I don't know.
Yeah, you told me that. I looked it up. It's kind of a vague picture.
Yeah, he did do it, but it was like, you're right. It is kind of like it could be or it couldn't be. And then he also talked about Hitler. He called him Hitler. So he did kind of predict.
Yeah, kind of.
And well, here's the thing: the river next to where the river next to Germany is called Hitler. So he was pretty close on both predictions. But we know we're not supposed to believe in predictions or anything like that. So it's not like we're I mean, we just. I'm talking about following the word. We know that we have to. We can't believe in those kind of things. We can't go to like a tarot card reader. You know what I mean? And here's the other thing that's odd is, like, you heard about all these doctors that are, what are they called? They're called that were ended up missing or losing their life. What are they called? Holistic doctors. Okay, so at the same time, there was also on every corner there was palm readers, And what people don't talk about is a lot of those palm readers ended up missing too. So there has to be there's no coincidences to anything. So, but a lot of those places were shut down or
Yeah, because they were scamming people.
yeah, that too. So
The holistic doctors, because they were curing people naturally, and Big Pharma doesn't want anybody catching on to that. You got to be dependent on the government, not dependent on the land. And yeah, the palm readers, that was a big scam.
yeah, but what I'm saying is they all went out at the same time. Sister Avante Wingate, Ike, that's my son, Ike. Thanks for saying hi to him. I don't know if you guys ever met before. He may have been by your page. I think he may have subscribed to you. I'm not for sure, but um, if you haven't been by there, Ike, stop by Sister Avante's page and show her some support. That'd be awesome, man. I think he knows her. I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure on that one. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's a whole weird situation, and I don't think that. I mean, like we can't see coincidences anymore. Like, a lot of this stuff that's going on, maybe people used to be like, "Oh, it has to be a coincidence." There's no coincidences no more as far as the way they're pushing this, and like you said, they're using the biblical scripture as a handbook to them. You know what I mean? So and they know it frontwards and backwards. They can quote it, like I get suspicious of people who can actually just quote everything right off the bat because I think that they may have grown up that way. You know what I mean? I mean, if a person could quote some stuff, but if they could quote everything in the Bible, something is going on there. You know what I mean? Because I've met people like that. Not saying that everybody.
Yeah, something's going on there. They study their Bible.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But there's some people that just know it too good.
No, some people have been studying it since they were kids, so they know it and they've stuck
Yeah.
with it.
If you take away the drinking, all them years I drink, and I think I would remember the scripture better than I do now. But hey, we've been trying to get out of here. I only wanted to go an hour and a half. We're already at almost two. We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes. Shout out to Sister Avante Wingate. Shout out to Reggie. Reggie will be giving you a call today. My awesome son Ike. I know. Shout out to Jimmy again. Shout out to Ronan, the voice. It's Drea's channel. Thanks for being here. Looking Glass was here. Kira was here. We had a lot of people here tonight. If I missed somebody, I apologize, guys. Susan, I think she's still here. Gina, awesome, guys, awesome. We had a good roundup tonight. We had a good roundup of a lot of our friends that always support us. So it's nice. It's nice to see people that support us always come back.
Yeah, positive people.
Yeah, and they always leave great comments for us. The people that are here, you know what I mean. So it's cool. So later, Sister Avante Wingate and Sister Helen, we'll talk soon. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close it up and get us out of here for the night because I'm pretty tired and I got to go back to the wonderful workplace tomorrow.
All right, be grateful.
I know that's one thing I can say is I'm very grateful about having that opportunity because a lot of people don't have it right now. Over 30 million people don't have that opportunity.
Right, and it didn't, like I said, it didn't affect me because my fiance kept working the whole time and I'm situated.
Yeah, it hurt on our end, but I already explained to you why. You know what I mean? Because it's just me and my son that live here, and it took I didn't think it was going to take a toll, but it did after a while.
That's to be expected. He's got to know how to bounce back.
Yeah, we're coming back, so we're doing good. A contingency plan always needs to be in effect,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but all right, Sister Helen, I love you, and we will speak soon. Okay.
All right.
Later, Avante Wingate. Later, everybody else. Jimmy, everybody that's here. Oh, Brother Danny, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. Ike Diaz live with my co-host. Lord help us, Tampa.